Hello YouTube, I'm the Disgruntled Bassist, as you probably already know. Uh, Here with just a random philosophical musing about a thought that I often have in my day-to-day life. You ever stopped and think, what would life be like right now to me um, if one thing, one tiny detail had been changed, had been different in the past? Like, what if 25 years ago my father had gone drinking at a different bar after work? I probably wouldn't be making this video. Or I might. It just might be about something else. I don't believe in fate, in the sort of, I don't really know what to call it. In the sort of new age sense of, oh, it's my destiny that this happened. I believe in fate sort of to a degree. To a degree in that fate only exists as a concretion which we've made up after the fact. To say, you know, it's my fate that this happened. Well, how do you know it's your fate? Well, I'm pretty sure it's just something that we made up to describe something, some sort of miraculous coincidence that that things happened the way they did. Um, to say that you believe in fate in a concept of fate like that would somehow imply that the future is happening independent from the past or from the present right now. The future is happening somewhere else as we speak. And by definition, that's impossible. The future is the future. Just something to think about. Just something to rattle around in your brain. If you hadn't gone to that party that one day, and if you hadn't met that girl, how would your life be different? Or if you had done something major, if you dropped out of high school, you know, in real life, what would happen if you'd stayed in and stuck it out until you graduated? Where would you be in life? Excuse me. What would happen if I wasn't making this video right now? If I didn't make this video right now? Well, obviously I would find something better to do with my time at 2 a.m. But in the abstract, what would be different? I don't know. What would happen if I hadn't bought my guitar? What would happen if I hadn't bought this guitar? I'd live my life as the rest of my life probably as a bass player, and you know, I still do play the bass now, but sort of split my time between the acoustic and the bass. I basically just bought the guitar just as something fun to knock around with. It was only about $100, so I said, "Oh, what the hell? I guess I'm gonna play the guitar now." What would happen if, well, you know, my this is a sort of a fact that nobody really knows about me. Um, the first instrument I ever purchased was a mandolin. I started playing the mandolin in the 8th grade. I played it for all of probably 8 months till Christmas of freshman year. I bought a bass guitar. All my friends were like, "What the hell are you doing? You're a mandolin player." I said, "Yes, but there's no room in rock and roll for a mandolinist." Well, maybe in Led Zeppelin, but that's different. So I bought a bass guitar. It was going to be like John Paul Jones. Bought a bass guitar. Shortly afterward, I was kicked out of my first band. And I was in math class with one of my with somebody who would later become one of my best friends, Ryan. I love you, man. Like a brother to me. Bro fist. Uh, what would have happened? Um, had I not made an obscure Beatles reference in math class that one day, I would probably be still pissed off about getting kicked out of my first band. I'd still be knocking it over in my mind. You know, what did I do? And I wouldn't have picked up, moved on with life, and I wouldn't have met my mate Ryan, or my mate Brian, for that matter. And if I hadn't, if I didn't make that obscure Beatles reference, because I think it was like I said something about 4,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire, and this guy looked over at me and he says, "You like the Beatles?" I said, "Yeah." And we started talking. And it came out slowly that he played the drums, and I was gonna play the bass. So I said, "Hey, let's form something. You know, let's start a band. Or let's at least jam once or twice." So just some random musings. What would life be like now if X hadn't happened to me? And I guess in the same vein, what would happen to me if X hadn't happened to another person? Like like the example with my father. I probably wouldn't be making this video, like I said before. This is something I don't normally do. I don't sit on the internet and wax philosophical about things, but right now, I guess because it's 2 in the fucking morning, um, I'm waxing philosophical. Like I said before, I don't believe in fate. Fate is for New Age people and people who take the best aspects of Buddhism and put them into their own belief system. Whatever, it's really not for me. But I do sort of believe in the I do believe in fate in the sort of sense that Fate is something that is a name that we've attached to amazing coincidences that have happened in life. Um, like it was my destiny to do this, to do that, and I wish I could remember exactly. Um, I always like to throw some sort of a reference to something that everybody likes or everybody knows. So the movie Forrest Gump, even as silly and funny and a good time that movie is, it did have one theme in the movie was fate, destiny. Lieutenant Dan, his family, everyone in his family, something like that, someone in his family rather, had fought and died in every single American war. And later, when they're both in the hospital, Lieutenant Dan grabs Forrest Gump, pulls him off of his bunk, and he says, "Look at me. Look at my legs. I was supposed to die in the field with honor. It was my destiny, and you cheated me out of it. Nothing just happens for a reason. Or, no, nothing just happens, Gump. It's all part of a plan." And Forrest's mother gives him something else, another conflicting idea, that things do just happen, uh, that there is such a thing as coincidence, and that fate really, or destiny, it doesn't really mean anything. And being, I don't particularly like to talk about my religious views, but being an atheist, I don't really, I can't jump aboard the bandwagon on that sort of topic, or jump aboard the bandwagon on a topic such as fate, like, or rather on the concept of fate. I can't really say, well, fate is real, because, again, like I said, long before, that would somehow imply that the future is happening independent from the present, which is, again, by definition, impossible. And I've rambled now for 13 minutes, and, however long now it is. So, yeah, this is just something to think about. What would your life be like if X hadn't happened 1, 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago? Or hell, even 1 hour ago? How would life be different? How would life be different if I had chosen to, if I had chosen not to make this video? And that's 15 minutes ago. So, put your thoughts down on that. Think about it. I want you to truly think about it. Because really, it's quite a heavy thought, heavy philosophical thought. And give me your feedback on it. Questions, comments, video responses are always nice. Yeah, so I'm the Disgruntled Bassist. I've rambled for 15 minutes, and if you're still watching, you deserve a cookie. I'm the Disgruntled Bassist. Peace out and rock on.